this list against the things that you're doing?
Let's dive right into it.
Dive right into it right now?
Yep.
Okay, first thing is this.
Hold on. Before we do that, are we live?
We're live. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube right now.
Go to W4TV at facebook.com/W4Country, youtube.com/W4Country. There you can see us live in studio and Dr. Marty in his house. We're talking about how to get through and get over a breakup. All right, point number one, Marty.
Point number one is you don't want to isolate. This is a grief situation. You've lost something. You've lost a lot of things. There's these little mini losses that come with this whole thing. And so it's always better to be around supportive people. So how have you done on that?
I've been pretty good, I think. Don't you, Madison?
Surrounding yourself with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Like this weekend was just crazy. I was surrounded by people at pretty much every moment.
You've made an effort too. I've noticed.
I have.
You've really made an effort. So that's a smart thing to do. It's a way to take care of yourself. That's
one thing I learned that was the tough thing is that my social circle had gotten way too small. Like slowly but surely, like people just flew out of my life in this relationship.
And it's important to, in whatever relationship you're in, I think it's important to still have your individual people too, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Which I didn't have.
Right.
So we're building that up, Marty.
Sure.
Right, like that.
It takes an effort though, because dating, it's like a job interview. Making new friends is like a job interview.
No one's going to knock on your door and say, "Hey, want to hang out? I'm just going around the neighborhood." We got to seek people out, and they're lonely too. Remember that too. We're a very lonely society right now. It's a crisis right now. They're talking about it as so. To make some effort on that. It'll definitely pay off.
All right, what's point number two?
Experience healthy touch, because one thing that we lose when we lose a significant other is we're used to being able to have physical affection. Now it doesn't always have to be parcheesi. We know that just massages, for instance, reduce cortisol. It helps us. We de-stress. That's why hugs are important, and why we missed them so much during the pandemic.
I need a massage.
I had one just recently, and man, why don't I do it more?
I tell you one, the last one I had was in Italy, and that was stressful because I was talking about being Welch's dad.
Problem you put yourself
really
in.
stressed me out.
Yeah.
That lady just kept throwing questions at me, and I was just lying right and left. Here's a lie. There's a lie.
You can't help yourself.
Couldn't help myself.
Hey, are you a hugger, Bubba?
Oh, I'm a hugger. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a cocktail in me, and I'll
hug the room.
I'll hug the entire room.
That's true.
All right, 7:49, more with Dr. Marty coming up. Let's check your traffic. What do you got, Madison?
Thankfully, no major problems, but we are seeing some heavier traffic on 275 northbound, actually slower traffic starting just south of Ford Road. That continues all the way up to the M1496 interchange, and 275 south of 94. You're going to see some heavier traffic on the southbound side off and on starting right around 94. That continues down past Sibley Road. On the northbound side, a little slower off and on starting around Sibley, continuing up past Eureka Road. 94 seems to be running smoothly, though. A little heavier traffic right at the M14 and 23 interchange. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. And a little heavier traffic on US 12 right around 23 and between 94 and Wired Road. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. Traffic is sponsored by News Equal Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep. And that's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
I am so thrilled with the roof that I have in my house from Diversified Roofing. And if you had storm damage and your roof was compromised, it's only going to get worse. The problem doesn't get better. Get on the horn to Diversified Roofing. They will come to your house and do a hands-on estimate absolutely free and tell you whether you need a repair or a replacement, and they'll work with you if it was storm damage to help get the insurance to cover it if it can. And they just provide amazing customer service. Stan, the man, the owner of the company, when on my roof came down, photos were taken, and he showed me what was going on my roof. It was determined that I needed a brand new roof, and I got GAF shingles that are warranted for 50 years. Get the same for your house right now and get the same great customer service I did by going to diversifiedroofingllc.com. That's diversifiedroofingllc.com, and be sure to tell them that Bubba sent you. All right, here we are. We should all be together.
Hello.
Here we are. Hello.
Are you there, Marty?
I'm here.
Okay.
Were we not together?
No, I just want to make sure.
We have a lot of people listening from a lot of different areas today.
Awesome.
Like from Alabama.
Oh,
Wow.
And Traverse City.
Oh, thanks, Marion.
Good morning. And a lot of usual suspects as well.
So you guys, I just got power back like yesterday, like I don't know, 3:30 or 4:30, something like that.
Goodness.
So we went from Wednesday till yesterday at like, and this show should be on gratitude today because all those things that we just like take as a given, you can't flush your toilet. That's a big deal.
That's right. You're unwell, aren't you?
Yeah,
Man.
and all the habits and routines, are completely out the window. But we made the best of it. It was kind of we played cards and hung out together, and so we just tried to
Some good old fashioned family time.
Yeah, but it's cool because you got real problems to solve too, depending on your attitude, right? So you got real problems like I just tried to turn the light on again. Oh, that isn't gonna work. So
Man, I did a bunch of that. I flipped on a couple of light switches and we
Yeah.
only were without it for 24 hours. But like the night that we didn't have it, it was like, well, the AC is not going to work, but we could turn on a fan.
Yeah.
right. That's what
I was like, you want to think about that one for a second?
Internet's out. You want to see what's on TV?
You want
No.
to think about that one for a second?
What if I can stream something on my laptop?
You want to think about that for a second?
No, I can't.
But look at how programmed we are. That's why we have to be very careful about our habits because they get entrenched and become automatic, and we're not even aware of them.
I just fled to a hotel. I laid in bed.
You
I thought,
fled to a hotel so much you were in a
It's
hotel
stuffy.
still when
I saw power and
You
I was in
got
a
power
hotel.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flushed the toilets with a spa water.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, okay, I got a bucket, and it has chlorine in it and stuff, so it's a little better than just regular water.
Phyllis says she keeps jugs of water on hand
Yeah,
for power outages for the flushes.
Oh, we're gonna make some changes. We're
Yeah.
gonna be doing things like that.
Yeah,
after
there
this.
you go. You can reevaluate some things.
Yeah, buying a generator now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a whole house generator.
Yeah,
Not that it happens that often, but I just can't stand it.
it doesn't. Well, I think it happens
The one
fairly
time that
often.
happens next 5 years
Right.
from now. There are a ton of people still without power, though.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought we were the last household in Michigan.
I was surprised that there's some people I don't know if they still are, but as of brunch yesterday, some brunch friends of ours, I suppose, said that they're out of power, and
Still-
they're right in the middle of Ann Arbor.
Still
was kinda
40,000 people without power
Yeah.
for DTE.
Wow.
Yeah, they're bringing people in from out of state. The guys who worked on ours are from Philadelphia. They were down our lane. Yeah, man.
How could you tell? Were they throwing batteries at people?
They were just really rude.
Yeah.
No, they were really nice, actually. My wife was talking to them, Kathy.
That's because she's not a Giants fan, right?
She doesn't watch football. And you guys got an upstairs loft too, so that must have been hot.
It
It
really
really
wasn't
wasn't
bad.
Oh wait, cool temperatures went
have
after
a
the
lot of-
storm.
Yeah, we have a lot of brick, and I think that keeps it
Oh,
cooler
yeah.
inside.
Yeah, it was warmer than we usually have it, but it was not. It was not bad.
Unbearable heat.
I think another night or two when it would have been uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Mm.
it wasn't as bad as when we moved in and the AC was
Oh
broken.
my gosh.
That was miserable.
And it was pouring down rain and just crazy humid. It was awful.
Mm.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. How is that Holiday Inn, Marty?
It was okay, but the one I liked is the last one at Eagle Crest, right? The golf
nice.
course. What's that called? Is it the
Marriott?
The Marriott?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Marriott.
you were moving hotels in. I thought you were in the
Oh, hey, you had to, man. It was so hard. We were kind of, it was questionable whether or not we were going to get one that last night because everything was booked. So we went out they had a few rooms left.
I love Eagle Crest.
I thought it was cool, man. We played cards down in the, restaurant, and
Yeah.
there was a cool Indian wedding, right? So all these
You have
people
a lot of
dressed
Indian weddings there.
Yeah.
Oh, the way they dress is beautiful. Like
Uh-huh.
these dresses, and and
Yeah,
they
that
really do it right. Like they get dressed for a few days. You know what I mean? Like they'll get up in the morning and be dressed like they're at the wedding. It's
Stand by,
really
here we
cool.
go. .9 W4 Country and Champagne Night. It's Lady A, 756. We're with Dr. Marty talking about the top 5 ways to get over a breakup. Are you doing this just for me?
I'm doing it for the benefit of mankind and
I
you.
appreciate it. You don't want to isolate.
Humankind.
Number one. Number two, you want to experience healthy touch. Perhaps I should book a massage.
Perhaps.
This
Or
feels-
you- hey, how about this, Bubba? How about that
bread doping needed in a massage.
Remember that facial that I gave you, like,
Yeah,
certificate for? Why don't you use that?
Okay.
They're awesome.
Mhm.
Healthy touch.
Is that
Go for
healthy
it.
touch? All right, what's point number 3, Marty?
Point number 3, and you won't hear me say this very often, but I'm going to say it now. Focus on the negatives. Your relationship is going to get glorified because you missed that person. And you're going to remember only the good stuff. Well, make a list of the 5 times where they really hurt you, disappointed you, or the patterns of behavior. I have one patient that before I met her, she had this nasty breakup, and she and she swears this worked. She just imagined him as a turd. Like, the symbolism there. And she says it worked. After a while, she didn't want anything to do with them.
Some guys
Like,
are turds.
Literally,
Yeah, this guy was a turd.
piece of poop.
Yeah, I'm not saying that'll work for everyone, but that was her way. I mean, that's really flipping 180.
The
Nothing's
more
desirable.
the more negatives pop up.
Yeah, isn't that something? But you have to work on it, though, don't you?
Yeah.
That's not the automatic. The automatic is, oh my gosh, what will I do without you? But
He needs
actually,
reminding of the
Right.
negatives.
I got
Mhm.
2 to remind me right here that weren't necessarily fond of my ex. So stick around, more with Dr. Marty coming up. You can watch us on W4 TV right now, Facebook.com/W4Country, YouTube.com/W4Country. One Too Many. Keith Urban is with Pink right now. It's 7:58. All righty. We're late.
Sorry, I was talking over you. I didn't. My volume was down a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
No worries.
Okay.
Matt Ryan said, I got lucky. We never lost power. Plenty of outdoor hobbies to keep me occupied if I had.
Good. Being outdoors helped me a lot. Go for walks and.
Julie lost a tree, but they have a generator.
I'm sure you know where it is.
Why haven't they picked up this tree that fell here?
I imagine they're quite busy.
Yeah, that tree didn't actively
And that tree's
knock
gonna
down any power lines.
Yeah. There's a little more than a wood chipper involved in getting that tree.
It's a big tree.
It's a big tree. I'm surprised that didn't the way it fell was just kind of perfect.
I'm glad it didn't
Yeah.
fall across the road because we would have been trapped here. Well, I guess we could have gotten around.
Well, that's
that
not
board.
entirely true.
That'd be a great show. Wouldn't that be like a great show? Like Lost. Like there's a tree and I can't get past it.
Would have had to go the long way around. It would have been inconvenient.
My gosh, the long way. 2 feet longer.
The long way.
Right.
The other end.
Sometimes I prefer to go that way.
Mhm.
You were, Heidi. She said,
Yeah.
I only lost power for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Well,
There were winners and losers after that storm.
Marty, they didn't. Don't call them losers. That's
That's all about me. I lost. I'm the loser.
I feel like a bigger loser than the biggest loser on the biggest loser. In an episode of Ted Lasso over the weekend, we were trying to dissect that sentence.
Hang
and
on
be
a
like,
second.
I think it sounds better than it actually is when you stop to think about it.
What do they call that? There's like buffalo. You know what I mean? Or hurt people. There's a name for that type of sentence structure. Do you know what it is?
Oh,
Brian-
I don't
Brian
know.
Welch?
No, you got me on that one.
There's a funny reel of a guy with his French boyfriend, and like glass, door, worm, and go is like all there. That's how you pronounce it. So it's like green is too. Ver is pronounced ver. So like the green worm goes towards the glass door is ver.
Yeah. There's a name for that though.
All right, stand by. .9 W4 Country, Keith Urban and Pink. One Too Many, 801. I need to tell you, you're listening to WWWW FM Ann Arbor. So very proud to be a Cumulus station. Thank you for listening along. We're the morning show that makes you feel good. Dr. Marty, stick around. We're running late. We're going to get to more of the top 5 points to get you through a breakup. And I appreciate you doing this for me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anything you can do to
Right.
help.
When
right?
was the breakup? That was like the first week in June. It was the Friday after your wedding. When did you get married?
I think so. Yeah, May 29th.
Okay, so it was the first week in June.
Yeah.
July. I'm doing okay for being only like.
Oh, it's early yet.
Yeah.
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 It's early.
You're doing all right.
All right, more with Dr. Marty coming up. Let's find out what's going on in your W4 country traffic. Madison's got that.
94 running pretty smoothly right now. No problems to report on 23. Maybe just a little heavier traffic on 23 right at M14. We'll keep an eye on that. A little heavier traffic on US 12 between Wired Road and 94. And then 275 northbound, slower traffic starting around Ford Road that continues all the way up through the M14 interchange. And south of 94, you're looking at heavier traffic with some intermittent slowdowns in both directions of 275 there between 94 down to about Sibley. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. Traffic is sponsored by New ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep, and that's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
If you're skeptical about weight loss plans, you are listening to the biggest skeptic on the radio right now. The voice coming through your speaker, knock on it. It's me, and I'm skeptical. But let me tell you, Ideal You, first 10 days, 14 pounds, one shirt size, one pant size.
That'll make anybody a believer. And I lost 12 pounds in my first 10 days. You can lose up to 40 pounds in 40 days. And right now, you need to take advantage of that Slim Summer sale because it will end soon. They're going to give you $200 in free groceries when you sign up for the program. Plus, you get that free body composition analysis. But don't wait because you're going to kick yourself next month when you want to start and you miss out on that $200 in free groceries.
Absolutely. And if you lose the weight, you have the flexibility to kick yourself, probably.
That's probably true.
If you're looking for a new job, Ideal You is looking for weight loss coaches. If you have a passion for helping people, maybe a passion for nutrition, go to idealu.us today, and there you can find out more information about the job openings they have at Ideal You. Great company to work for. They have great pay and paid time off and benefits as well. Go to idealu.us today. Results may vary based on physical health and adherence to program. No weight loss or health guarantees are provided or implied. All right, we're together briefly here. We've got to go do our little top of the hour.
You said chance of showers?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Ugh.
Where were you, Julie? What
Everything
city?
was out in our area. Had to go to Jackson to get gas.
Yeah, that means that downtown. I wonder where that was.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you kidding me? 5 of
You
us?
won't like that.
6 of us in my house? Eating
You
now.
get a generator, all the money you got to put into it for the gas.
Can't you tie it into your natural gas? Like ours here, just they run on the gas out of the ground.
Yeah, I can't, but somebody can. Because
Yeah,
I was looking at
LP
propane too.
Do you have LP where you live? Like, do you have a tank that you have to fill?
No.
No? Okay. So you have natural.
Yeah, we do have natural gas, yeah, which is nice for cooking.
Yeah. It is probably just easier to get a hotel if the power goes out.
It's not ideal, though. I can't sleep well in hotels. No
I
matter-
sleep like a baby in hotels.
do
I
you?
don't know why. Yeah.
You're conditioned for all that traveling. And
Yeah, he's done it a few times.
hey, have you been in the hot tub?
No.
Look, man, I'm telling you. And the next tip I'll tell you, or one of the tips.
Stand by. Five minutes after 8 o'clock. Hope your Monday's going well so far. You found the Breakfast with Bubba show with Bubba and Madison Rally.
Good morning. We do have a chance of a shower or thunderstorm today. Highs in the upper 70s.
You're listening to WWWW FM Ann Arbor. So very proud to be a Cumulus station. We're the morning show that makes you feel good. All right, back with you.
I'm going to get coffee.
I had some guests over Saturday night, and they wanted to go in the hot tub, but I didn't want to.
Oh, look, man.
No.
I didn't know. Next time we can go.
No. Did they bring their suits and everything? They were ready to geared up and ready to go.
I didn't
Thought
even
they were going
ask.
to get in,
I didn't even ask.
Yeah, if they didn't, that'd been interesting.
right?
But like, I'll go in my hot tub in my underwear because I wear boxer briefs. They're
What's the difference,
they're
right?
black. Like, what's the difference between that and a swimsuit?
Yeah.
Maybe you see maybe you see a few
fabric, like,
more.
when you get out.
You see a few more lumps and bumps, but that's okay. Just put a towel on, it'll be fine. You shouldn't be staring at my back deck anyway.
Oh, here you go. Get an answer to your question. They do have generators that are connected to your gas line, but
Start up with
costs a bunch of money.
Well, but so does we probably blew $2,000.
Did you really?
Yeah, but there's 6 people in my family.
Oh
You gotta
my
feed
God.
them. You gotta find hotel, and also the supply and demand was at work, and so the hotel rooms were more expensive.
Yeah, Thursday night I paid $90 for a crappy hotel room because I have McKenna, and they just
I was going to mention that. Better not.
We all know what hotel he stayed in.
But it's fine. I mean, it's basic. It's okay.
People were nice and offered, like you did, and I'm like, you don't want 6 people and teenagers in your house, but thank you. People kind of pull together at the beginning of a crisis.
That's when people like clarified, "Oh, I didn't mean the kids,
I was
just
you
and your wife."
Yeah.
No, I would have been fine
fend for themselves.
Because at the point I am now, it'd be nice to have bodies in the house, but maybe that would be too many. Maybe that would make me appreciate my solitude a little more.
Good point. Good point.
Excuse me.
So what do you two like about Dexter? What did you discover that you liked that you didn't know that you would? Or what surprised you?
I thought living downtown would get old fast, and actually I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, this thing lives above a bar.
Well, but I think we were
We
were sort of worried that it would be like noisy and crowded, and it's really not.
Yeah, the noise is far less than I anticipated.
The people are nice in Dexter too. I think. B2B is right, and you're right there for access to that. You guys are gonna like.
I thought we'd meet more people that also live downtown, and I know that there are some. We just haven't. I don't know how to find them.
You've had some
Knocking
fans.
on doors.
You've had fans follow you around though.
Yeah, a couple times.
I was on the B2B 3 times this
follow
weekend.
us.
Stalk you?
Lil McKenna in 3 days did 3.3 miles. Or in 2 days did 3.3 miles. That's pretty good for a cancer patient.
It sure is.
Yeah.
And that's good for you too to take her out. That outdoors, I go out every day, at least an hour. I try to get out there more. It helps. Calms us down. Yeah. Representing Sarah.
Dexter is the best. Born and raised. She had to sweat it out.
Oof.
Julie said, "Thanks for playing Dirk Bentley this morning."
Which one? What was I thinking? I feel like we haven't played that in a long time.
The one we played.
We play.
No, I didn't. Oh, Gone is coming up. I didn't know if we played Gone because Gone is a recurrent, or a power recurrent, so it comes up a lot too. That's how we categorize our music. Power recurrent.
Radio jargon.
Something that was a hit not too terribly long ago. So it still gets played frequently, but it's the beginning of the fade out process for it.
What's that called again?
Power recurrent.
Power?
Power recurrent.
Okay, power recurrent. Sounds pretty technical.
It's our D category, if you wanted to know.
Okay. I'm learning.
A's are the most popular.
Okay.
Current songs.
A-list.
A, yep.
A.
B1s are up and comers.
Okay.
B2s are new music. D are power recurrents. R are recurrents. And 2K are gold. Gold.
What was
it's gold,
that
Jerry. Gold.
And yes, so what you're wondering there is, yes, we do go B1 and B2 and then skip C.
We used to have C. It's
And
weird.
then-
We used to have A, B, C, and D.
Go to D, which stands for power recurrent, and then to R, which just stands for recurrent.
Why make the distinction between power and regular recurrent?
powers play about once every 6 hours, and regular recurrence play about once every 8.
So is there like statistical data on this? Like, have they studied behavior and said we're going to categorize like factor analysis type thing? You know, like
They tell me there is.
Yes, so we've been told.
If you
They-
violate the recommendations, there's definitely
if you
consequences.
get a FOIA, you can find out if this is true.
All right, 50 seconds. 5-0. I did get a lot of rest this weekend. I slept a lot on Friday night. I slept like 11 hours Friday night.
Man, isn't that something the next day? If I feel like good drugged, you know what I mean? Like clear mind, but the body's really calm. When I hit that 9-hour mark.
Like I couldn't get out of bed on Saturday morning. I was just laying there and it was cold in the house and McKenna was snuggling. Because it got down like 50 on Friday night.
Uh-huh.
Windows were open. All right, stand by. Here we go. 102.9 W4 Country and whatever it is, the Zach Brown Band. Good morning. It's 8:12. This is the Breakfast with Bubba show on your Monday morning. Bubba and Madison Rally.
Good morning.
Hey, Brian Welch with the forecast.
Well, kind of cloudy, maybe some scattered showers, highs in the upper 70s.
All right, we're talking about how to get through a breakup. We have Dr. Marty with your Monday morning Jumpstart. Every single Monday morning, we have Dr. Martin Fletcher from Renew Hope Counseling, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast, drmartinfletcher.com. That'll hook you up with him and his company, Renew Hope Counseling, just to make it a little bit better, to get you through the week with some positive thoughts. And we're talking about getting through a breakup. I think he's doing this for me.
Do you think everyone's targeted at you, though?
Well, sometimes you're right.
I'm like 10 weeks out of the dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going pretty well for being, I mean, considering it was as long as it was,
I think it depends on the day.
and the dumping was as brutal as it was. I was cheated
No,
on.
I think you're doing all
I
right.
was cheated on. So, I mean, that's, here we are. We're moving on. We have 3 points already. You don't want to isolate. Number 2, you want to experience healthy touch. Number 3, focus on the negatives of your ex. What's number 4, Marty?
I'll say this a lot. Don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid. And what I mean by that is, look, the shadow side of love, if you're going to love, you got to make this agreement that it's going to change. You're going to lose someone. It doesn't mean it's going to be a breakup, but if you're going to attach and love, you got to know how to feel the pain of a loss. So we can't be afraid of those things, or we'll really miss out on the important thing, which is that you find a lot of love in your life.
All right. More with Dr. Marty.
Don't be afraid of it.
Coming up, and well, I'm afraid of love all the time. I'd be happy with just a travel partner.
There you
Somebody
go.
that could travel with me and hold their own.
Sure.
I'm old enough where I don't need to date anymore.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about
Oh,
that.
come
All
on.
right. Time right now, 8:14. Let's get you on the road and get you going with a check on your W4 Country traffic.
Things are moving along pretty smoothly. 94, it looks like it's running at posted speeds. So is 23. No problems to report on M14, US 12, or M52. Maybe a little heavier traffic on US 12 between 94 and Wired Road, but no major delays through there at all. 275 south of 94, both directions, you're going to see a little heavier traffic sort of off and on. That will come between 94 and about Sibley Road. And then 275 northbound, starting just south of Ford Road, you're going to see some slowdowns. That continues all the way up to the 96 interchange. And it looks like we've got an accident on 275 northbound, just north of the interchange. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. That's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
Join us off the air right now on W4 TV at Facebook.com/W4 Country and YouTube.com/W4 Country. And join the interaction and the fun. It's 102.9 W4 Country in the morning. Isn't it fun? We're silent. What Was I Thinking is the one that Julie liked.
Yeah.
That is a good song. You can throw that up there if you want.
Yeah.
Hmm. Ugh. That's the thing I can't stand. If I can't get a shower,
Oh, I know.
it'd be bad.
Which fortunately, like, we were okay with that. We just had to do it in the dark.
Mm-hmm. We got a little lantern though. It actually lit up the room pretty well.
I didn't even do that because your bathroom's windowless, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One thing about these phones that's nice is you always have a flashlight.
Yeah, but like, ugh. How
What?
well can you really light the room up with a flashlight for
Well,
like if you're in a shower? I feel like
I,
it's dark.
you know what? I can find every part of my body in the dark. It's been so rehearsed.
There's a word for that because they talk about how we have 5 senses, but there's actually more like 20 some.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what's the one where where your limbs are without being able to see them? Like you can bring your finger to your nose in pitch blackness. I think it's called proprioception.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah. Bodily awareness and
Yeah,
space.
you're aware of where your limbs are.
Yeah.
Even if you can't see them.
Not only that, but Rupert Sheldrake's a researcher, and he shows that people know if people are staring. They've done an experimental design where people are staring at the back of someone's head, and and we can feel that. Or there's someone in the room, and you just know it, but you didn't hear anything. There's no sensory data you can point to, but you just get this sense.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was a kid. Stare at the back of people's heads in church, see if I could get them to move.
See, you knew that somehow. You knew that could work.
Yeah.
You could be an X-Men.
Movie Escape from Witch Mountain. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Like think and things would fly. And
I'd always get them to scratch the back of their head.
That was you doing that, huh?
Yeah.
That's your superpower. You can join the X-Men now. Or the Avengers.
You got an itch? No, you didn't.
I'll make you itch. Fight evil.
Oh no, I have an itch.
You're making me itch now too.
They have those costumes that are like latex or whatever, and it's right there on your back, isn't it? I can't get it.
Pencils work for that.
Yeah.
You can reach most of the areas with a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Erase that itch.
Is that McKenna snoring?
I was just gonna ask if that was someone.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I heard somebody sniff too. Was that her?
My allergies are kind of.
Mine are too. I had to start to get an ear infection.
Uh-oh.
You know what worked though? Because my ear hurt really bad. I used a neti pot and immediately.
Really?
Yeah, my earache is gone.
Do you use the one you pour or the one you?
Both. I have both, and I double up on the salt too. And warm water.
Try Navage.
What's that?
Navage.
What's that?
It's the powered suction one that you stick.
That's so gross. You should
about
never do that
in your nostrils, and it runs the water through.
Oh, cycles it through.
Yeah, so it's pushing it through and then pulling it back out, and then it empties into a different chamber, so you're not like spraying nose water everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you have to clean that out.
I do. I sterilize it. When I heard some guy died,
yeah,
from his neti pot, killed him. I was like, I don't sterilize this thing every time. You got to get used to that because we're so conditioned to think that we're going to breathe in water and it's going to drown us.
Well, I think if we breathe in water, it's going to drown us.
But you're not breathing it in. You just yeah. I'm not telling anyone to breathe underwater.
Gotta go in one side and out the other.
Mm-hmm. Who's got the sniffles?
Me, it's my allergies.
Oh.
I went to point to her actually, but then I was pointing at Marty instead.
I'm not. Yeah, because I'm not. I get in trouble for that though, because in the hotel room there's my wife and I, and then my daughter in the other bed, and every time I sniffed, like I'm getting, roasted. Could you stop that, Dad? I'm doing it like 4 out of every 5 times. I'm catching myself, but.
No joke. Once I had somebody pound on the hotel door because I was snoring too loud.
Goodness.
That's a lot.
Came to the door and pounded on it to wake me up.
That's
I said, "Who's there?" I said, "Who's there?" And they just screamed, "Stop snoring."
That'll be easy. I'll remind myself when I'm in a deep sleep.
Right. Yeah. Oh, let me write a Post-it note.
Have you tried the mouth tape though that I told you about? If you snore,
No, but I bought a chin strap to hold my mouth shut.
okay, but the tape works pretty well.
Does it work?
It's hypoallergenic.
I don't know.
Did you try it?
I haven't slept with anybody since I got
Oh,
it.
but did you try it? Have you tried it?
Yeah.
You wake up with a dry mouth?
No, because it holds your mouth shut.
That's what I'm saying. So it's clearly working on some level.
Stand by. 102.9 W4 Country and Dirks Bentley gone. It's 8:22. We're with Dr. Marty today for your Monday morning jumpstart. You could watch us on Facebook.com/W4 Country or YouTube.com/W4 Country. Talking about getting through a breakup. Point number 1, you don't want to isolate. Number 2, experience healthy touch. Number 3, focus on the negatives of your partner, that is, of your ex. 4, don't be afraid. What's point number 5, Marty?
Point number 5, create new patterns. So our behavioral patterns cue us on what to feel, right? So if you don't want those reminders so much, new experiences, maybe rearrange furniture, go to different places, talk to different things. But it's really important to disrupt those old patterns if you want to feel something different.
So you're not going like, oh, we used to do this.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Try new things. There's nothing wrong with adding a little variety.
Yeah.
So I need to gut my house then.
You don't have to go that far.
You started. Well, you did a major clean out of the kitchen, and
I
you started
did.
rearranging some things, and you're painting.
So you've done all 5, haven't you? Except for maybe the healthy touch thing.
I got the massage in Italy.
But you're also getting, you're a hugger and all that stuff. And
It's only when I'm liquored up, Marty. Most people that see me,
How often?
but probably
Try it sober.
more frequent now than it was before. We got a bonus post point with Marty coming up next after it goes like this. Thomas Rhett is on 102.9 W4 Country at 8:23.
Chelsea said her allergies have been bad too. She always gets an ear infection in the spring and fall. I used to get a
That's me.
sinus infection every fall.
Who said that about the ear infection?
Chelsea.
Yeah, if that happens again, try the neti pot. It worked for me.
I got ear infections a lot as a kid. I had ear tubes
Read
put
the
in.
text I just
They hurt so bad.
It was apparently my first trip to
that?
Disney World. I was bad ear infection and just crying the whole time.
Yeah,
It was like 3 years ago.
right.
like an ice pick in your ear.
But I had tubes,
Oh,
which was weird when those eventually fell out.
they just fall out.
Mm-hmm. Mine did anyway.
If you have a sinus infection, you should not fly. If either
Oh, I know.
Like when you descend, oh my god, the worst
That's
pain I've ever had is when it like backs up into your eardrums when you descend.
Oh, I've done it.
You feel it like
Yeah.
all over here.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like your head's gonna
It's
explode.
awful.
Yeah. I did that when the first time it happened to me was like after Christmas, and I was filling in mornings in LA. I was filling in for Charlie Tuna. He was a big morning guy in LA, and I was just so congested, and my ears hurt so badly. And I talked to my traffic guy the night before preparing for the show, and he got me at like 3 a.m, and we went up in his plane, and we went up to like 10,000 feet, and my ears unplugged. And then he made just like a super, super slow descent. Like we only descended like 250 feet per minute, like which is super slow. And they never clogged back up. And we landed and I was fine.
Wow.
Once you land, the pain goes away. But getting through that.
No, it can last days.
Oh, really? Mine would go when we'd land. Oh my gosh.
Chelsea said she'll try it.
Yeah. Sudafed too. Yeah.
Make sure you don't have COVID. We know someone that thought they had allergies and they had COVID.
Mhm.
No. It was the other one. As far as I know, she doesn't.
Oh, it was the
Yeah.
other one?
Yeah, it was the other one.
Oh, see, I don't know the
Yeah,
name.
got the name. Yeah. You gotta learn people's names. They love it. They feel special. Because it means you're paying attention to them, Don't you like to be called by your name? It changes something, right?
Yeah.
When someone you don't know well.
Here we go. .9 W4 Country, and it goes like this. It's Thomas Rhett, 8:26, and we're talking with Dr. Marty. How to get over a breakup. Number 1, you don't want to isolate. Number 2, experience healthy touch. Number 3, focus on the negatives of your ex. Number 4, don't be afraid. Number 5, create new patterns. And I imagine you have a bonus for us, Marty.
I have a bonus for you. Remember your exes. Okay. So I got dumped like in my mid-20s just before I met Kathy, and I thought it was a horrible thing, right? Oh, boo-hoo. Man, I'd love to thank her right now. We don't know if it's good or bad, to be honest with you. But we go back and look at, like, when I was 15, the first one, and it doesn't matter anymore. But at the time, it was horrible. So going back and thinking about how you survived the other ones and who came into your life after that can be real useful and give you some hope.
My first breakup ever in life was actually really positive. From
Really?
the moment it happened, yeah. Like, as much as you can be dating.
Like, you really saw that when it was happening?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as you can be dating, like in junior high, I dated
Uh-huh.
a girl like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th in the first 2.5 years of college. By the time we broke up,
What?
I was tired of her.
Wow.
And she was tired of me.
Mhm.
Well,
And-
okay.
And we broke up in Waco, Texas. She went to Baylor. And I remember getting on that plane, flying from Dallas to LA, and it just being like a huge weight off of me. I felt so good.
And she felt the same way.
No, she did.
Good
She
riddance.
absolutely felt the same
Well,
way.
good if it's mutual.
It was time for it to be over. I
Yeah.
think it was the world's first truly mutual breakup.
The
That
world.
was
the world's first.
Yeah,
Are you
settled down.
kidding me right now?
Everybody says
Get outta
mutual, but
here.
it's never mutual.
I've had mutual breakups
This one was
before.
absolutely mutual.
I've
It was
had
just
mutual
positive.
breakups before.
I mean, I like her. I'd be kind to her to this day, but it was time.
Are you still in touch?
No.
That would be interesting.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I still hope she weighs like 400 pounds, but Dr. Marty here every single Monday morning. You can check him out at drmartinfletcher.com, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast, and at Renew Hope Counseling. It's your Monday morning Jumpstart. All right. Thank you, Marty.
Hey, thank you. You guys take care.
Great
See you
week.
soon.
Guys. See everyone.
Bye-bye.